right, guys, we got to talk about Pronouns guy again. Heel versus babyface is angry at Starfield. I guess we're we're upset more about Starfield stuff, and apparently angry at Indiana Jones stuff now. So I guess we'll just take a look at that and see what's going on there. But first, let's do a quick peek over at the fan art section. This one that we have here is from Aura Echoes. Safwolf said, guess I'll go ahead and drop this here. It is a Christmas Suris, and it looks really fucking gorgeous. Like, the detail on this is really, really good. I'm not even gonna lie. So thank you very much, Aura Echoes, for your fan art. If you want your fan art shown in a future video, drop it in the fan art section of the Discord. With that said, let's go ahead and cover Pronouns guy. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say.
Black and white, when they're flaunted, are all warning colors.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. For a modern gaming audience.
Do you think he's just going to make fun of the fact that the guy's wearing a Pride shirt? Holy fuck! It's like we can predict the future. He's just like, look at him! He's gay! Oh, God! Who let the gays in here? Jesus Christ. Why does any of that matter? They have a mole, which is something that you need surgery to get rid of. They have a hairstyle.
Oh, shut up!
Why does...
Hi everyone, it's Az here from Heel versus Babyface. Yeah, we've gone a couple of 3 weeks without a video, but I've been too busy playing some video game. But here we are,
some video game. I'm trendy.
Again, Bethesda, you and I, what could possibly go wrong? Well, apart from the lighting. Hey! Hello! There is nothing I love more.
Take the comfy chair.
Get my headphones off. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, do you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Pronoun! And yet, here we are once more. Once more into the breach. Once more. As Bethesda...
Maybe don't quote... Maybe don't quote Star Trek when it's way woker than anything you've pitched a fit about.
Bethesda have just revealed their new footage for their Indiana Jones video game made by Machine Games.
Why does he say gam? Why does he do that? Why does he say gam? He says games correctly afterwards. Why does he say gam?
Now, there were parts of the trailer that I did like, and there were parts of the trailer that I thought were... Now, Troy Baker does an excellent Harrison Ford playing Indiana Jones impression, and I know he's an excellent voiceover actor, but really, is there anyone else but Troy Baker and Nolan North that actually does male voiceovers in this industry anymore? In an industry that keeps harping on in the West about inclusion and diversity, it seems to be either one or the other that gets all the roles nowadays.
No, that's not true. Like, look at... Okay, so look. If you want proof that's not true, please go to any IMDb page. You don't even have to try hard to disprove this one. Just go to an IMDb page for any video game, and there are tons of people who are taking roles in these video games, including men. There's plenty of people, my guy. Just go to IMDb.
If you're casting them because they're the best person for the role, then that sounds like some meritocracy shit to me.
What the fuck is that? Ugh, what the fuck was that? I had to see it more. You need to see it again. Just
some meritocracy shit to me.
What the fuck was that face? What the fuck was that face? Why? No, if I have to be cursed by it, if that has to be burned into my retinas forever, just in the case that any of you fuckers did not actually see that. What is that? What is that? You have to make... No, this is not me making fun of the way somebody looks. This is making fun of a conscious decision a person has made involving their body. Why? What is that? What was that? Briar, if you are watching the entirety of this video before it goes live, this is... That man is the thumbnail. That is the thumbnail.
See what I did there? Yeah, I saw what I did there. Did you see what I saw what I did there? The character
He's so happy about the jokes he himself made.
models also looked very good indeed. However, the gameplay looked kind of sluggish and very scripted indeed. Kind of repetitive, and there's all of this.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story from
What is all of this? There's a man here, a person who's probably gay, maybe. But what am I supposed to be looking at?
gaming audience.
Have you ever shoved anything in your own ass? Yeah, of course. Duh.
First and
Why is that clip playing? Why does it matter that he's gay? Why do we make a big stink about people being gay? What's the... I need the joke explained to me. Can a heel versus babyface fan in his audience explain the joke to me? Please explain what's funny about man is gay. I need to know. I need to understand the humor because I'm failing to understand it. Obviously, my humor has become so desensitized over the years that I don't actually have a good way of understanding what is supposed to be funny anymore. So I really need some enlightened individuals who are more in tune with modern humor sensibilities to explain to me the funny part about man is gay. I need it explained to me.
foremost, what the fuck is that?
A person. Don't what the fuck is that me with your face. Don't fucking do that shit. Don't even. You have no right. Twilord says, usually when these right-wingers make me feel sad, it's not from pity, it's for the fact that they think they're funny. Yeah, I still don't know what he did there. Did you see what I did there? I saw what I did there. Well, I hope you did. You're the one that wrote it. I wrote a gag in my Savra video on the MTG channel where I'm lolling my tongue out like a dog at her because she's a fucking hot anime woman. I know what I did there, but I didn't have to sit there and go, did you see the joke? Do you understand the joke I said? Did you know I'm funny? I know the fuck I'm funny.
Seriously, what the fuck? What are you? What are you? Secondly,
A person. Why does it matter?
and more importantly, believe what it says.
Why are we saying it? So unless somebody specifically wants to use the pronoun it's just a fucking dehumanizing thing to call somebody. You can slip of the tongue it every now and again as a part of conversation, but when you're deliberately using it in a pointed manner, it just sounds dehumanizing.
They are making this for a modern gaming audience, which means...
Do you have arguments, or do you just make fun of things by making them sound like this?
Not you and not me. It's made for them. The
Who's
people
them?
who work there. And as you can
who's
see
them?
from what they're decked out in, their whole personality and character seems to be made up of, oh my god, inclusion and diversity.
Do you... Who watches this? I need to understand who watches this. If you're a heel versus babyface fan, because I used to be ages ago, I couldn't even explain why. Mostly because I liked the World of Warcraft commentary at the time. If this is the thing that appeals to you, I really need it explained to me. I really need it to make sense. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Are we really at the point where instead of having an intellectual conversation about something, we talk about the shirt the developer was wearing as if that's their entire personality? I'm gonna let you know right now. most gay people don't actually make being gay their personality. They don't. But, however, conservatives pretend they do. And yeah, sure, there's probably one or two people who do it, but that's the person that every conservative thinks about now when they think of a gay person. Most gay people don't make it their entire personality. If they're wearing a gay pride shirt, it might just be because they're proud to be gay. And they're proud to be gay because of flip joints like you, who pretend that they're not allowed to do that. It's a weird thing. Conservative dumb shit creates a world where you have to actually have pride in being gay because they make fun of the fact that you're gay repeatedly. So you have to find some way of justifying your own existence. And so pride ends up being created. Actually, pride happened as a riot because of reasons. Now, conservative creates the exact world where a gay person might engage in gay pride. And then when they do the gay pride thing, they go, why would you do that? Why would you ever do that? Why would you do the gay pride? What? Why? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do gay pride? How dare you? Why would you even do that? You make it your entire personality. Why would you do that? And it's like, no, buddy, you did it. You're the one that helped facilitate a world in which gay people might feel like they're a little closer to their sexuality than they might otherwise be because they were told not to be for so goddamn long by people like you. You create this monster, and then you get pissed when the monster exists. It's a stupid cycle. It's a grift.
Which, of course, as we all know, means exclusion, and you'll get what we make you.
So every video game company, you get what we make you. That's how video games work. They are developed by a studio and you get what they make. That's how video games work, as. That's exactly how they work. Also, Twilord, for the €5, says, it's made for a modern audience, which means it's not made for you and me. Damn, imagine knowing you have no place in modern society. Yeah, weird thing for him to say.
This isn't just somebody that is expressing who they are or anything like that.
Does he have anything other than gay jokes? I really need to know if there's anything worth listening to in this video.
This is typical of everything wrong with Western modern gaming and the people that are within it. We are looking for people who are more concerned about what they're working on than what they want to present. And if you say, well, behind the scenes, they're saying all the right things. No, this is the way that they are showing you to their audience. Hey, potential audience, this is us. This is who we are. Oh my God.
But he's not even doing that. Maybe you'd have a point. Okay, look, so I'm going to get very stereotypical and very offensive here for a second. If I went, oh my God, everybody, look, I am here from Bethesda, and I just want you to know that, oh my God, we have so much here. The purple dildo was like my swan song moment when I played Grand Theft Auto, and I really wanted to include it in the game, and here it is. That would be a worthwhile thing to make fun of, as it would, because then the thing that you are concerned about is happening, but that's not what's happening. It's just a fucking person saying that they developed a game. What's the problem? Brutus Magnuson says, thank you for the $4.99. Thank you for the $4.99. Brutus Magnuson says, conservatives hate anything gay because it makes them think of a big gay pile immediately, whereas normal people think Tom and Dan at Target. Yup. Andy said, God, I loved using the purple dildo. Axo says, I love this voice. Oh my God. What? Which voice? So here's the thing. I don't like modern gaming. I don't. I really don't. But it has nothing to do with the gayness. Because the gayness has nothing to do with my gaming experience. I don't give a shit if I'm playing a guy who's trying to lust after a dude the entire time. Doesn't matter to me. I didn't care about the chicks that you could fuck to get your health back in God of War, because I just didn't like God of War. I don't care. The thing I hate about modern gaming is DLC. I hate microtransactions. I hate monetization of everything. I hate games as service. That's what I hate. I had a conversation with Saki about Starfield, actually, and she mentioned that, oh, no, the game is a failure because, look, its player numbers are down. Its player numbers on a single-player game. You don't need consistent player numbers on a single-player game. Time used to be Time used to be that you bought a game from the store, and you put it in your cart, and then you played it, and then you were done. Like, okay, look. Time used to be, you would go to the gaming store, and you would get a nice video game. You would take that video game, and you would put it right inside a console, and you would play it. And we tracked whether a game was successful by its sales figures, not by how many people are concurrently playing a single-player game after its release. So, for anybody who was ever wondering what that game was, it's Zelda Link to the Past, my first Zelda game. So, Starfield. Was it a successful game?
Hello, glad to be back.
Well, copies of Starfield sold for, at minimum, $60. And Starfield had a budget of $200 million. So, okay. At $60 per copy, how many copies did Starfield sell? Well, to break even, Starfield would need almost $3.5 million to make its money back. Or it would need like 3.5 million sales, rather. It would need about 3.5 million sales to break even, which is not what you want to do as a gaming company. How many sales did Starfield make? $12 million. Minimum. 12 million. They made 4 times what is required to break even on that. 12 million players. That means they made $720 million with a budget of $200 million. Which means they made a profit of $520 million. $520 million. So that could be Game Pass. Unfortunately, because I can't look at direct sales figures yet. You know what? Hold on. Maybe I can. Let's see. Does the math differently? Let's just very much look at reception. Development, Windows version, Xbox version, cloud gaming, marketing, release, reception, critical reception. Let's see here. Famitsu gave it 34 out of 40, which is pretty good for Famitsu. Destructoid gave it 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10 on User Aliens. Game Informer 8.5, 8.7 on GameSpot. IGN gave 7 out of 10. I really don't put much stock in them, though, because of the water incident with Pokemon. Let's see here. For over 230,000 concurrent players in the first 2 hours of early access on Steam. So the concurrent players are, in fact, down. There's no area in here for sales, though. So all we have is max players. If players is the only metric that we can use, and we are not factoring in people buying any DLC or any like special editions or anything like that, then these are still completely fair numbers. This is insane to me. That we live in a world where this is not considered a straight-up success because of concurrent players and dumbasses on the internet. Anywho.
I'm an activist. This is all political. This is my ideology. This is my whole life. This is what I'm
Who's saying that, though, Oz? Who's saying that?
made up of. There was a guy that said something about that. I can't quite remember what it was, though. We're so fucking boring!
He's so proud of the moment that is it's not a famous moment for him. It's a moment of infamy.
Oh, yeah, that was it. God, I...
What? Why are we showing you sucking a dick? Why are you obsessed with that? Why are you obsessed with sucking a cock? This guy talks about sucking cock more than the gay person he's accusing of that. It's just projection at that point.
Miss Robin in the Hood. Not the show. The money. But that wasn't the worst bit for me. It was this.
Have you ever shoved anything in your own ass? Of course. Duh.
Oh, hi, Tom.
Who else would executively produce a game at Bethesda? It's Todd Howard. What the fuck? Who else do you want? It's Bethesda. It's like going, and who's making the game at Nintendo? Shigeru Miyamoto. I knew it. Like, who the fuck else? Like, if it's Mario or Zelda, we expect some Miyamoto involvement. If it's Bethesda, we expect some Todd Howard involvement. Seems kind of basic to me.
How's Starfield doing? Oopsie doopsies. Mostly negative are the recent reviews now that people have had time to actually absorb it and play it, and mixed overall. Wow, what a great start to a brand new franchise. But Vice, I couldn't have said it better myself. That game was definitely an masterpiece. But no, let's get Todd Howard's...
Again, regardless of how well it was done, it's not a failure. It's a financial success. And here's this funny thing that happens in video games nowadays. A game will release, it will be made fun of by the general public, and then one of two things happens. Either some DLC comes out for it, usually a free patch update in this case, that improves the game experience to a point where it's actually acceptable. If you want a good example of this, please look up No Man's Sky. That is a game that is now beloved by a huge community of dedicated players that was completely panned when it came out because it was horrible when it came out. But it is now considered just a really, really good game that people have sunk tons of time into. But there's this other thing that happens. Even if a game doesn't go through any changes, this weird thing happens where we make fun of games while they're in the general zeitgeist, and then about 5 years later, it's usually about 5 years, about a gaming generation of time, and then the conversation around the game turns to, that actually wasn't that bad. You know, actually, I really liked that game. You know, I'm going to go back and play that game. I missed that game. It's a thing that I've noticed happen a lot, specifically in the Sonic community. Gee, I wonder if I'm a part of that. But it happens a lot in the Sonic community more than anything, where people will make fun of a game a shit ton, and then about 5 years down the road will go, do you remember that one game, though? Like, it really had some heart. It really had something special about it. Hating it in the moment is really popular. Now, there are some games that deserve every bit of it, right? But think about it. Sonic 06, hated when it came out, and now that people are actually running around and fixing the game with Project 06, people are going, wait a minute, hold on. This game actually had something going for it. Holy shit. Or Sonic Unleashed, which was panned on its initial release by tons of people. It got like a 3.2 on IGN on the Xbox version, and somehow it got like a 7 on the Wii version. It was weird. So a game like Sonic Unleashed, completely panned by everybody when it comes out. Oh my god, Sonic's a werehog? That's so stupid. 5 to 10 years later, and that is considered one of the like masterpieces of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, and people are clamoring at the bit for the iota of a chance that we'll get a remaster for it put on Steam. People are upset about Sonic Generations potentially getting a remaster on Steam because we could get Unleashed. One is already available, and the other one, people have been modding levels into Generations just so they have a chance to play the game on something that's like modern hardware. I adored Unleashed when it came out, by the way, but that's besides the point. This is a pattern that happens in the gaming community all the time. Something will get panned on release, it'll get made fun of, and then suddenly there will be a resurgence for it. You want to know a good example of that? Fortnite. Fortnite did this. It was at the top of its game for a while. That was when Ninja got popular, and then it became cringe to like Fortnite. If you played Fortnite, you were made fun of so much. You were a loser. And then the resurgence happened. Now everything gets a Fortnite collab. It's popular again. What changed? Not a whole lot. Not really. I mean, the no build mode is there, and that's certainly the one reason that I'm still playing it. But in terms of the core game, it's still the same core game. It's still a battle royale loot shoot. 100%. None of that's actually changed. So what changed for the general gaming audiences? Our perception? Like, really, that's it. Is our perception. The zeitgeist around us said that we should hate this thing and make fun of it, and it's cringy, and then suddenly it wasn't. Minecraft was super cringy, and then it wasn't, and then it was, and then it wasn't. Like, we go through these phases with gaming. I think it's more important to look at those sales numbers to see if the game was successful. And if it was, then what are we angry about? Are we angry about its actual gameplay? Or are we angry about a gay person might have been involved in making it? Because if we're angry about gameplay, then suddenly we've got a conversation to be had. But if we're angry about a gay person worked on it, or they used a gay person to present it, none of that has any bearing on the game. Never has, never will. But the thing is, conservative content creators, they don't have to actually have a point. They don't need to. They've never needed to. All they've ever had to do is convince you, because of your predispositions that you already have, that they are right in hating something and you are too. It is so much easier to be angry about something than it is to be calm about it. It is so much easier to be upset about something, to ride a hate train, than it is to actually be happy about something. Always will be. We as humans like being angry. Oh, we hate being angry. None of us are angry people. But we love being enraged. We love feeling like we're on the right side of the social hierarchy. We love feeling like we're on the right side of an argument. We feel like we have a just reason to be battling. And people like Az, they take advantage of that. This guy would not have... Oh, wow, that's the wrong me. This guy would not actually have an audience if it weren't for rage baiting. It is just shock jock rage baiting. The thing is, eventually it wears off. And the minute that wears off, what do they have left? What does a heel versus babyface fan sound like? What do they look like? What is their opinions? What kind of a person are they? Are they somebody that you're proud that you've built an audience of? Or are they somebody that you really kind of don't want to be around and you just want to keep them around for monetization purposes? I'm genuinely concerned. I'm genuinely curious, too. What an actual audience of people who are fans of heel look like when they are put in a group. What do these people talk about? That said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm not going further into this video. You can't pay me to go further into this video. Hit the like button if you haven't already, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I am certainly using the spoons that I have to cover this shit. Insert end of video tagline here. Hey, I just quickly want to give a thank you to all of my wonderful patrons who keep this show running. YouTube and Twitch are a pretty bumpy ride at the best of times, and the stability a Patreon provides me is worth more than I can say here. I'd also like to thank each and every one of my $20 and up patrons here, and they would be Red Joker, Britzkrieg, Cameron, Dren, Jemshin, Smiling DM, Poundini, Mabbity Babbity, Naomi, Isaac, Nixie-chan, the Oberon team, Agamotto, Jordan, Ravi, Giuni, Kiratorian, Prisma, all of you, I'm not saying that part, and Starlight. And finally, thank you to everyone else that helps keep this channel alive. While you're here, why not check out another video? And thank you for watching.